Organization. So what do I actually mean by organizing a file? What do I mean by files in themselves? आपको बहुत सारा data store करना है. There are separate kinds of files that you create depending on the type of data. Now you have a timetable file जिसमें supposedly आपके सारी classes के timetables हैं, सारे labs के timetable हैं, or maybe you have a timetable file according to every semester that you have had, or you have a file that you have created for all your certificates and other details that you have been having since childhood, or you have files for all your notes, etc. So you have various kinds of files. What I'm trying to say, file organization in itself is the manner in which the data records are arranged on the file storage medium. जो भी हम स्टोरेज मीडियम यूज कर रहे हैं, जस्ट फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपके रजिस्टर्स में अगर आपने एक ही रजिस्टर में 5 सब्जेक्ट्स लिए हैं, तो द मैनर इन विच यू आर अरेंजिंग द फाइल, the manner in which you are storing the data on the actual medium, that is called as file organization. We have basically, there are various factors that affect file organization. So factors that affect file organization are, first is the nature of operations that are to be performed on the file. The nature of operations that are to be performed on the file. The second is the volume of file access and frequency of file access. Volume matlab how, what is the size of your data and what is the frequency in which you actually want to access the entire data. Uske according bhi it is very important to save a file in particular method. So third point being required response time to a query. Query means that whenever you want to access a record, update a record, delete a record, or write a new record, so how much response time and what time should you be able to complete the tasks? So what is the required response time for a particular query? And the fourth is external storage medium. What are you having on which you want to save the data? What is the external storage media that you are having? According to that, you are going to save that particular file in various manners. You have to understand these. They are important. I'm again saying nature of operations. What do you mean by nature of operation? What kind of operation is there? In case there is, say, trafficking data, जिसमें you are updating the data every second. ट्रैफिक सिग्नल पे कितना ट्रैफिक है उसके अकॉर्डिंग आपको ट्रैफिक सिग्नल की फ्रीक्वेंसी, कौन सा ट्रैफिक सिग्नल है, कहाँ है, या some accident has happened or something like that. So it has to be updated continuously in real time. So and you have a data जिसमें आप सिर्फ लॉग क्रिएट कर रहे हैं and you are keeping it, say 10-year 20-year log of a company is being created as to whatever is happening on a system that is being handled by a company's employee. वो भी एक type of data है. So what is the nature of operation that you perform on the file? आपको कितना, what kind of operation you want? जैसे एक केस में operation is you want to access, you want a railway reservation system. So you want to access a few details and you want to update a few very frequently. So that is one type of file organization. One, you have a timetable which is generally fixed after one few weeks of the start of the semester. After that, you only want to view it. That is another type of file organize, that will require another type of file organization. We want to save time and money by using the file data structure. तो हम किस kind of file create करें, so that the nature of operation पे it will be depending. Then what is the volume of file access? How big is the size of the data that has to be stored on the file? In case it's a very huge data, you cannot be taking a memory device, that is very costly, because the higher the size, the more will be the cost. So you will have to make a balance between the frequency and the volume. In case you want high frequency, high volume, you will definitely have to increase the cost of your particular device. Frequency of file access means how frequently are you using the record, such as I just gave you an example of logs that are going to be used maybe once in a year or once in 2 years for companies quality assessment or something. or maybe you are having online trafficking system जिसमें जो file data saved है that is updated, that is used almost every second. So what is the frequency of the file access? This is another factor that determines file organization. Then we have the required response time. Like if you are having a live airline trafficking system, online trafficking system, उस केस में आपको response time is in a few seconds. Or maybe you are using some medical purposes, आपको file में response time again you want a few seconds. आपको patient का data retrieve करना है, the patient is already there, operation is going on, something happens, you want to immediately retrieve the correct data. So required response time should be maybe in a few milliseconds or something, so that you are getting the data in time. Again, you are only, it is a board examination result, so you are printing. Required response time is not necessarily seconds only. You can have the required response time in 1 minute also, depending on the traffic. उसमें आपका data तो change होगा नहीं, result is not going to change. So depending on the application, what is the required response time, the file has to be organized in that manner. जितना कम response time चाहिए, उतना file को manage करने में आपको ज़्यादा indexing या some methods you have to use so that you can retrieve the data faster. Then what is the external storage medium on which you are going to save? Just for example, आप अपने बेसिक्स पे देखिए कि आप एक रजिस्टर में लिख रहे हैं, लूज शीट्स पे लिख रहे हैं, आप 5-in-1 रजिस्टर में लिख रहे हैं. तो डिपेंडिंग ऑन व्हाट मीडिया फॉर स्टोरेज यू आर यूजिंग, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट स्टोरेज मीडिया यू डिसाइड what kind and how, what type of data, how will you manage, how will you write. sheets को आप bundle करेंगे, later on spiral कराएंगे or something like that, just giving you an example. Similarly, computers के case में भी what external storage medium is used, it's a pen drive, it's a compact disk, it's external storage hard disk, or is it a floppy disk only, or something like that. So what is the external storage media that you are using, or maybe it is a memory card of your mobile phones. So what is the media? According to that, the file has to be organized. Now, understanding the factors that affect file organization, we move on to the basic techniques of file organization. What kind of file organization techniques exist? So there are basically 4 kinds of file organization techniques that we have. The very first technique is sequential file organization. I'm having sequential file organization. So what do I mean by sequential file organization? Sequential file organization simply means records are written in sequence. You are not going to disturb the sequence of records while writing or reading the records. Both ways, the sequence of the records is fixed. What do I mean by a fixed sequence of record? It only simply means that in case I'm having such a file and I'm writing some record, so I'm writing it here, next record here, next record here. I am writing in sequence. In case I want to read this 4th record, I have to traverse these records before the record. Only then I can read this record. That is, whether you are writing or you are reading, you will traverse the file in sequence only. An example of this is your magnetic tapes. I don't know whether you people have seen them or not. Have you seen cassettes? Have you all ever seen cassettes that used to have music?
Yes, ma'am.
How were they working? They were having a reel, if you recall. The reel used to run. In case you want to rewind or forward, the reel has to, utne amount of data blocks ko the reel has to move to that data to reach it. There is no random access possible. There is only sequential access. If you want to access, or recordable कैसेट है, आपको रिकॉर्ड करना है, स्टार्टिंग से रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही है, इन केस यू हैव रीच्ड अ पॉइंट, तो पहले उस पॉइंट तक जाना पड़ेगा, आपको रील लेके जानी पड़ेगी, देन ओनली यू कैन स्टार्ट रिकॉर्डिंग फर्दर, otherwise it will start recording from the beginning again. So that is an example of sequential file access. In case you are keeping only logs, in case you are keeping data that has to be printed later on, and the order of the data is not important, in that case sequential file organization is the one of the cheapest and simplest methods. Very economic and very simple, but the organization or the order of the data should not be very important. Supposedly ये data delete हो गया, What will happen in that case? Generally in sequential file organization, ये data record फिर भी रहता है as a dummy record. Only a tag is associated कि the data is not valid anymore. The data still remains on the tape or the sequential file organization where it is organized, but this location can either be rewritten by new data. Otherwise, आपने अब suppose ये सारी locations delete कर दी, all the locations are deleted, so you have to read record number 4. You will have to still go through these locations and then only reach here because it is sequential file organization. If you want these locations to be used, you have to rewrite either बाद का data यहाँ पे rewrite करें या new data यहाँ पे rewrite करें. That is possible. But if you are only deleting, then the record actually exists on the file as a dummy record. A tag with associated with it is said that the value is no more valid. So that is more time taking. A clear disadvantage is in case you want random access, it is very time taking. In case you are just running a movie, आप movie देख रहे हैं and you don't want to forward or maybe start the movie from in between or something like that. In that case, you have sequential file which is running and giving you the output. Sequentially, you can save the output also. In that case, sequential files work. आप मूवी रिलीज करना चाहते हैं, that is not going to be altered, that is not going to be duplicated. It can be done on a sequential file because it becomes very economic to distribute it through sequential file organization. Sequential file organization is clear to all? I hope so. I move on to the next kind of file organization, which is a random file organization. And what do I mean by a random file organization? I'll just explain again. I hope the sequential one is clear to all of you. The next is a random file organization. In a random file organization, we don't have to access previous records for accessing a particular record. What we do is we have a function that has some key value associated with every record that gives me the address of the record. I'm again saying I have some function that maps the key value to an address. So there can be various methods of random file organization. There can be direct addressing. We'll just understand all of these. There can be a direct addressing, or there can be directory lookup, or there can be hashing. Hashing, I hope all of you do know by now. If not, we'll just cover it in brief here. So random file organization का मतलब है कि हर डेटा के साथ कोई की वैल्यू एसोसिएटेड है, उस की वैल्यू से हम उसका एड्रेस कैलकुलेट करेंगे. अब की वैल्यू से एड्रेस कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन अ डायरेक्ट एड्रेसिंग और डायरेक्टरी लुकअप और हैशिंग. व्हिच मेथड आर वी यूजिंग? Just if for example take, you are having various roll numbers and roll number is a key to accessing the records of students. So from the roll number you can access the record of any student. You don't have to traverse the record of other students. But how do we reach that record on the file? That depends on what kind of scheme we are using. So let's move on to a direct addressing scheme. Again, we are moving only in random file organization right now. I'm not talking about any other file organization. I'm talking about the random organization. Within random organization, I'm talking about the direct addressing scheme now. What happens in direct addressing scheme is your key value itself represents the address. Key value itself becomes the address. That means I am creating node size fields in the data. जैसे roll number 1 का डेटा जो स्टोर्ड है मेमोरी में, वो ब्लॉक 1 में स्टोर्ड है या नोड 1 में स्टोर्ड है. रोल नंबर 2 का डेटा यहाँ स्टोर्ड है. These are the blocks or the sizes of data are कि पूरा whatever record is there, entire one record is filled in this address, entire one record is filled in another address, and so on. Roll number 20 का data will be in the 20th block. This is my direct addressing scheme. Although it is not a very good method of addressing, simply because if you have 1000, then you will have to create the 1000 fields separately in memory according to the size of your data. And from when you change from one system to another, the addresses might change, the schemes might change. So it is not very efficient addressing scheme, but it does provide you direct addressing or random retrieval of data, maybe for writing. Maybe I have to update record number 20. I will reach directly record number 20, update, read, write, whatever I want to do, and then come back using the key value which directly corresponds to the address. This is direct addressing or absolute addressing. Again, not possible to always have appropriate key values. रोल नंबर स्टूडेंट में तो है, ऐसा डेटा भी हो सकता है जहां यू डोंट हैव इंटीजर नंबर वैल्यूज that can be mapped to actual addresses. So it depends on type of data for which you are using which scheme. The next after direct indexing is we have directory lookup. What do I mean by the directory lookup method? In a directory lookup method, what happens basically is I have a directory in which I have some keys, I have some addresses. So